Ever feel like the world doesn't add up? Like every headline is written to distract you, every history book is edited to hide something, and every sci-fi movie is secretly a documentary? Yeah, same. That's why I'm here to talk conspiracies, fringe theories, hidden history, and the weird stuff lurking under your newsfeed. If you want out of the Matrix, subscribe now and let's start mapping the exit together.
And I can tell you, you'll see those files.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that every time I cook rice, though.
There was an incident in October of 1982 over at ICBM base where UFOs popped up, was observed over this base where the missiles are pointed at us, United States. These UFOs perform incredible maneuvers. They split apart, they fuse back together, they'd appear and disappear, and right at the end of this 4-hour period, the launch control codes for the ICBMs lit up. The correct codes, the missiles were...
Aliens stole the files.
They could not shut it down. The Russian officers were panicking. The UFOs they disappeared. The launch control system goes back to normal. Colonel Sokolov and his team came in, took the thing apart, could not figure out what it was. It wasn't a power surge or EMPs or some of the baloney excuses that our country has given for similar events involving our nuclear missiles. They thought it was a message from wherever the UFOs were from. And that's a chilling thing. I mean, we were a couple of seconds away from World War III starting, and the UFOs were responsible for it. And I can tell you, you'll see those files that I shared with you. They did find stuff. There was an incident in...
How much XRP do we need? I don't know. And neither does anyone else, I promise you. Let me show you something. Putin advisor, the U.S. has devised a crypto scheme to erase its massive debt at the world's expense. I have always said that XRP, in my opinion, is not designed for the fiat banking system. But let's pretend they do forgive the debt, and then we see 100% purchasing power. And you got to think about like in 1963 when the dollar was extremely strong. The value of a home. Look at the prices of homes in 1963. Look at the prices of cars in 1963. So do you need a $10,000 XRP? I just know it's valuable, and I buy and hold.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy.
Here's proof that the Associated Press is on some bullshit. On the left, we have a black United States citizen. On the right, we have an immigrant from Ukraine who fled her country for safety and came to America. On the left, we have a career-long criminal. And on the right, we have an innocent victim. On the left, we have a man who died while under the influence of drugs while actively resisting arrest. And on the right, we have a woman who died for being stabbed multiple times for no reason at all. When the person on the left died, chaos erupted in America as they started a new movement called Black Lives Matter. But when the person on the right died, they started a GoFundMe account for the black man that stabbed her to death. Meanwhile, here in America, we have first graders who are being punished at school for writing All Lives Matter on their journal during a Black Lives Matter curriculum. And if that's not bad enough, just take a look at the search results.
Did they really make a GoFundMe account for that guy? That's crazy.
Who died while being arrested. 74,000 results.
Doesn't even make sense, but whatever.
Ukraine to stay safe from the war, loses her life on public transportation, and they have nothing to say about it. This is the type of hypocrisy that I point out almost every single day right here on this channel.
Look at it. That glowing eye, the true portal, an apparition engineered into existence by human hands. She's there, yet not there.
They had FaceTime back then.
moving.
Maybe.
Her body isn't anywhere around. It dissolves into nothingness, into invisible vibrations you can't see, can't touch, can't taste. Vibrations that don't stop at walls, that don't care about the curved surface of a spinning ball. Early cameras and transmitters scanned reality line by line, shaving it down into slices, converting the physical into frequency, brightness modulated into a wave, a code surfing the odic force, your essence broadcast as a pattern, and on the other end that pattern reassembles, regenerates, resurrects the person in front of you inside a goddamn crystal ball. Now tell me, does that sound like Big Bang Spaceballs nothingness to you? If this level of technology could...
That's probably where the crystal ball came from. It was just picking up internet.
Continents with absolutely zero so-called curvature interference, and 30 years before satellite
after we pass away. Heaven, hell, not according to Enoch. And if we put the giants aside for a second, this is probably the reason they left this book.
There's a psilocybin mushroom on her coffee cup.
Inside the earth. Some of them contain
So she probably does shrooms.
Some of them, though, are tormented or restless, but they're all stuck there waiting for Judgment Day. It's like a waiting room for the dead. Hear me out. Remember that scene from Beetlejuice?
I want to queue up a video that I've been given. And before it starts, I'm going to describe. This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. That you cannot see that drone, and so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does. This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling. So, Mr. Knapp, do you have you heard about, events like this occurring? And what information might you have?
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild, and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah. What the hell is that? What?
So again, I want to queue up a video that I've been given.
The video of Irina Zarutska's murder is out, and it should be national news, but it's not, and you know exactly why.
It's all over social media,
nothing.
though.
New York
We hear about
Times,
it
nothing.
all the
NBC,
time here.
CBS, Mississippi, NBC,
That's
not
the
a
new
single
national
mention.
news.
I deliberately balanced a pencil on the edge of a trash can. Right on cue, a taxi drove by, splashing water that knocked the pencil over. This caught the attention of an old man sipping his coffee. He got up to pick it up. A cyclist who couldn't brake in time slammed into the old man and crashed into a fruit stand. A homeless guy immediately rushed forward to grab the scattered fruit, and the vendors started fighting with him over it. All this chaos successfully caught the attention of a bus driver. Distracted, he ran a red light, and an innocent woman crossing the street lost her life on the spot, all because of this event I'd carefully orchestrated from countless coincidences. I never get my hands dirty. I'm more like a chess player, precisely calculating and utilizing every seemingly unrelated element in the environment, pedestrians, vehicles, traffic signals, linking them together to create a perfect act.
It's
Police initially ruled it or not,
pretty interesting, but
I knew a sharp female detective
so many
had noticed
chances
the
of things going wrong.
She'd found an identical one in another accident a few days earlier. Just as she started getting suspicious, I orchestrated another traffic accident. When she arrived at the scene, she found something different this time. The accident had happened, but no one had died yet. That's when the familiar pencil I planted rolled out from under a car. I saw it dawn on her immediately. This wasn't the end.
It's not over.
It was just beginning. I was nearby, and my real target hadn't appeared yet. She scanned the area and finally locked eyes with me on the overpass. Following my gaze, she spotted the person who was about to become my next victim. She immediately started running toward me on the.
But how do you know it's him? It's just a guy standing there. It's like, that's the guy.
Bicycle off the overpass and waited quietly for her to approach. Just as she was about to arrest me, I timed it perfectly and jumped off the overpass without hesitation. They rushed to the edge, staring down at me in confusion. That bicycle I'd thrown down, it was just to redirect the truck's path below, creating an absolutely safe landing spot for myself. And just like that, under everyone's watch, I successfully escaped the scene once again. I deliberately.
What if she shot you?
It says here that you're white. How about a job and a pension? It says here you're an alcoholic. Hey, you'll fit right in. Welcome aboard. Sorry, you need a high school diploma to work here. Sorry, you need a college degree to work here. Sorry, you need a master's degree to work here. It says here you're white? Oh, we have too many of those. Next! You're an AI bot? Perfect, we're looking to fire our entire team and replace them with you. You're a human? Greg, I found our diversity hire. You have a technical skill? We'll give you anything you want. Please, we need you. Hurry! You know where to find water? You're officially conscripted into the Water Seeker's allegiance. Here's your siphoning tube. Zoltan!
See, that's my prediction in 2050.
It says here you're an...
Wait, you're saying some people start life already winning?
No, I'm saying they don't play your game. You were born into a state, into a system, into debt. They were born with 5 passports and a $10 million trust. You got rules. They got assets.
Okay, but like, we all got 24 hours, right?
Oh, that's cute. Economic womblet. You got 24 hours.
That'd be nice.
24 hours plus
have a $10 million trust just to do what you want with.
You mess up, you lose years. They mess up, they test again. A 17-year-old from their family has a failed business and a mentor. A 17-year-old from yours has loans and a part-time job. That's not a gap. That's a prison wall.
But if I work hard, grind, start a business...
Then you're just a richer piece on their board. Unless you're born behind the curtain, you're still on stage. Wealth is just upgraded confinement. Even your freedom is scripted, my nugget brain.
They let you win if your win feeds the system.
They sell you the dream, but the ticket was never printed for you. You're not in line. You're in the bleachers, snack tier patriot.
But I thought waking up was enough.
You woke up, but you're still in their house. Still using their money. Still thinking in their numbers. Still calling your prison a nation.
So basically, I'm not poor. I'm just mid-tier livestock. Do I get an upgrade if I moo in 2 languages, or is that premium cattle tier?
And every hour you trade for survival is another hour they trade for control.
Wait, you're saying some people start...
Ever notice how heaven and hell are basically a real estate scam? It's the greatest housing hustle ever invented. You don't get a tour, you don't get blueprints, you don't get photos on Zillow. Hell, you don't even get a brochure with an artist's rendering of the pearly gates. No, you just get some guy in a robe pointing at the sky saying, "Trust me, it's beautiful up there, pal.
Trust me,
Best
bro.
neighborhood in the universe, streets of gold, mansions for everybody." That's not theology. That's a sales pitch. God's not a father. He's a real estate agent with a clipboard. Think about it. Every religion is basically selling you property you can't inspect until after you die. It's the original blind trust. Forget escrow, forget inspections, forget a closing date. You just fork over your time, money, and obedience, and they promise you beachfront property in the sky. It's like some guy saying, "Hey, I got a condo for you in Hawaii." You can't see it, can't visit it, can't even look at photos. But don't worry, once you're dead, you'll be living it up. Tiki torches, margaritas, the whole deal, and people go, "Wow, that sounds great. Where do I sign?" Humanity is signing contracts with an invisible landlord. No deed, no keys, no proof, just faith, and they call this wisdom. And you know it's a scam because heaven is always described like the world's tackiest gated community. Gold streets, jewel-encrusted gates, mansions for everyone. Who designed this place? Liberace? They say God is infinite and creative, but his idea of paradise is basically Las Vegas without the strippers. Streets of gold? What are you going to do with that? You can't even spend it. You're walking around like, "Wow, look, shiny pavement. Yeah, great. Now, where's the liquor store?" And a mansion? What do you need a mansion for when you don't even have a body anymore? You're a soul floating around. You don't need a guest room. What are you doing, hosting ghost parties? And then there's hell, the ultimate fixer-upper. No air conditioning, lots of screaming, eternal fire. Sounds like summer in Arizona, but notice how they sell it. Heaven is never just described as nice, it's always described as the opposite of hell. They need the bad neighborhood to make the good one look better. That's sales 101. Scare them with the worst option so the upgrade looks like a bargain. You don't want to spend eternity in the fiery slums, do you?
That's sales 101.
Plan. Heaven's gated community, no crime.
Must be AI.
Beautiful landscaping, and the rent's already paid by Jesus. That's not divine justice. That's a timeshare presentation. And hell, let's be honest, it makes no...
I'm gonna say like basically every single un-PC thing you can say all at once. Even if you disagree with something that I say, I at least want you to pause and go, huh, why are those the things you're not allowed to say? Have you ever noticed that virtually every major issue in the culture war in America is aimed at the destruction of or the malformation of children? So for instance, all the conversation around same-sex marriage and polyamory, its goal is to redefine the marriage, the family unit that raises children. While the Bible does not teach that a woman's place is the home, it does teach that a wife and a mother's priority is the home.
That's why the boogeyman wants to get your kid.
Its goal is to get women out of the home and away from aspiring to and prioritizing the mothering of children. At the same time, like this whole secular Andrew
pretty accurate though.
Thing, its goal is to use masculine power for hookup, shack up, breakup culture and avoid ever having children. The whole conversation about abortion is kill the children. Guys, this is not a coincidence. Kill the children. You will see that theme throughout scriptures from Satan. For instance, in Genesis 2, the last thing we've said that God does is he creates the first family. The first thing that happens in Genesis 3 is Satan shows up. Big idea. You start a family, Satan starts a fight. Because what God is after, according to the Old Testament prophets, is he's after godly offspring. So Satan attacks the thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Godly offspring. He attacks Christian marriages and Christian families so that he can indirectly destroy.
Or just like families.
Cannot get passed down from generation to generation to generation.
Did you all hear what's going on with movie theaters? Attendance is down nearly 10% in early 2025. And get this, box office revenue for quarter one.
Yeah, he's watching at home or pirate it.
96. I mean, heck, when was the last time you went to the movies? What movie did you see and how much did you pay? I mean, even the discounts.
Superman.
Like Cinema World have filed for bankruptcy just to stay afloat. Regal,
About $100.
have closed dozens of locations across the United States. Meanwhile, streaming services are getting better. Exclusive theatrical windows are shrinking from.
That's why we can't go to the movies. You try to go to the movie, get a good seat, get some popcorn and a drink, see how much it really costs. Yeah, see right here, the guy put $160 to take his family to see Jurassic Rebirth. This person said $100 too. They're gonna see a movie and get some popcorn. Yep. This person got lucky. $50 for 2 tickets. Oh, plus another $20 for popcorn. Yeah, sounds about right.
Did you all hear what's going on with?
Shut up! Why would I give a damn what shape the motherfucking earth is? Why would I give a fuck about some shit like that? I will have no choice but to still live here and pay bitch ass bills. Shut up.
America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before. I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success.
What if we're living in a video game? Some philosophers and scientists believe reality could actually be a simulation. The argument is simple. If technology keeps advancing, eventually civilizations can create simulations that look exactly like reality. If that's possible,
yeah, we discussed that
we're
one.
already inside one.
This is what it's like living paycheck to paycheck. I have less road and more train. What's that look like?
A super rare substance known as red mercury is repelled by garlic, attracted to gold. And guess what happens if you hold it up to a mirror? Yeah, the reflection doesn't show up. It almost sounds like a vampire. Weird.
It's vampire's blood.
Trying to look up information on red mercury, it's almost impossible to find. There's rumors that the technology was in old televisions and some military technology back in the day.
Red mercury.
My grandfather even said that they used to put red mercury in thermometers. Maybe he was crazy. But here's the thing about mercury. If you apply electricity and magnetism to it, it spins and creates a toroidal field.
Does it even exist?
In the lighthouses in the old days, instead of having to constantly crank the light to have it spinning 24/7, they actually suspended it on liquid mercury and it would just rotate 24/7. So that technology does exist. So back to red mercury, this mythical substance. Well, here's the thing about mercury. It amalgamates with other metals. And that's what all of these weird hybrid animals are on all of these statues, on all of these old buildings. It's representing the amalgamation of, let's say, mercury with gold, with iron. And apparently if you mix mercury with iron oxide, it creates red mercury. Entertainment purposes only, I made it.
In the moonlight,
Oh shit, it's the Matrix. That's how you find the Matrix right there.